Hey guys, so last night YouTube just launched the new channel designs, which everyone can now opt into. So I thought that I would make a quick video explaining how to design for the new banner sizes. Just before I start, can we all agree to skip the whining and moaning about how awful every change on YouTube is? I actually quite like the new channels, but if you don't, please at least keep your feedback constructive. Okay, so the first thing to note is that iframes are gone. Those banners you would see where you can click on parts of them and be taken to a Twitter page or a merch shop, those are no more. It's just a flat image now, so try to stay away from designs like the current Vlogbrothers banner, which is gorgeous, I love it, but if you can't click on all the different links, it doesn't really make much sense. Also gone are custom backgrounds. You're really only working within this one rectangle. Well, sort of. The way the new channel banners work is that you upload one big image and then it's cropped differently depending on if you're looking at it on the computer, on your phone, on a tablet, or on a TV. There's an article in the YouTube Help Center that goes through it in pretty good detail. I'll link that down below, but I'll also just give a quick overview here. So let's say that this is the photo that you want to turn into your channel banner. You have to make sure all the most important information fits within these proportions, which is the smallest that the internet browser window will stretch it to, and then also the graphic that'll show up on mobile phones. Then you have to add a little to each side for what will show up on a tablet, and then add even a little bit more on each side for people whose monitors are huge, and so this is the widest that they'll be able to extend it. And then you have to add a bit to the top and bottom for people with smart TVs. To be honest, I don't really know what the TV UI layout looks like, so I can't really give any tips on designing for the TV screen, but it just has to fill these proportions. I hope that wasn't too confusing. It might make more sense if you just look at this template that I designed with layers and guides so you can just drop in your image and you don't have to worry about fiddling around with pixel dimensions. So the link if you want to download that is down below. It's a PSD and then I also just put a JPEG. If you have Photoshop, you're all set. If you don't, I think GIMP can open PSDs. It's a free image editing program. I've never actually used it, but I've heard good things. But if you don't want to fiddle around with any of that, you can also just upload a big image. It has to be bigger than 2120 by 1192 pixels. And then you can crop it right within the upload process, so it might not be quite as exact as if you put it all together yourself in Photoshop, but if you're not that worried about it and it's only a single photo, that works just fine. But for most people who have pretty complex channels who upload videos regularly and are trying to build a brand, you might not have just one single photo that represents your entire channel. It'll be really interesting to see what kind of banners everyone comes up with within all the new limitations, but I wanted to share a few of my favorites so far. I really like Mystery Guitar Man's banner because it's this cool texture that represents what his channel is about. It's only 3 colors, so it doesn't feel too busy under the profile photo, and since it's an illustrated texture, it never feels weirdly cut off on either side, no matter where the browser is cropping it. I really like Vice's as well, since they went with a grid of photos, so none of the individual pictures had to be particularly high quality. And since the profile photo is a square, it fits seamlessly right on top of the grid. Say what you want about the annoying orange, I know I'm not quite in their target demographic, but I do like how their profile photo and their banner have the same background, so it feels like one cohesive image. And Ashley, Paper Pastels, did the same thing, where the background continues on the profile photo seamlessly. I just think her whole designs are so cute. Just like when Facebook first launched their cover photos and everyone came up with really fun ways to have it interact with the profile photo. I can't wait to see how people do that with this new YouTube layout. It is a little bit trickier though, because the profile photo moves back and forth across the banner depending on how wide your browser is, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't show up on top of the banner on the mobile app either, but I'm not quite sure about that, so don't quote me on that. But be aware that the pixels won't always line up in the exact same way, so your design has to be flexible enough to account for that. I'll be honest, even as a designer, the new channel layouts are really tricky to design for. It's tough to find an image that works in such a wide rectangle that doesn't get cut off weirdly at the top and the bottom. And it's tough knowing where to place things, knowing that they won't always be centered in the same way, and they might get cut off differently on different people's browsers or covered up by profile photos and links. And since they're scaling for Retina display, you have to upload a higher quality photo than just a screenshot from a video, and not everyone has those. I know my channel still isn't perfect, it's pretty busy, and I couldn't really get a photo of my face to work right in these dimensions. But I'm going to keep working on it, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with too. So I hope this gave you guys some ideas about how to design your banner, and maybe unraveled some of the mystery of how it all all works. Again, the Photoshop template that I made with all the different areas mapped out will be linked down in the description. And if you like my graphic design videos, I just posted one yesterday about how to design a business card. You can check that out right here. And the video before that was all about the amazing names that they give to color swatches. You can check that one out right here. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and occasionally bonus Friday videos. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.